I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching,
please don't sue me.
Yeah. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney.
I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney news and reviews.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney news and reviews. I'm File91e. Not a whole lot going on for me this week. I did actually finally send out all those Disney books that I promised everybody. It's hard to send a lot of those stuff out when you don't have a lot of money. But you know, I recently got paid, so they're all out and doing what they need to do and everything like that. Oh yeah, I also did I also bought a couple of Disney DVDs. I did an unboxing for them, so check that out. Right after this, they'll be uploading sometime after this, so I guarantee it'll be, they'll be there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week. Nothing really going on. I'm actually early this week. It's kind of cool, right? Yeah. Well, the Ravens are playing tomorrow with the Steelers. Gotta get ready for that. It's gonna be awesome. Okay, let's get right to the news. Walt Disney World's parking tram fleet is in the process of being equipped with doors on the passenger cars, and the first few of the converted trams are now in operation. The trams were previously open on both sides, allowing guests to get on and off at any time. I guess either people were falling off, feeling like they were falling off, or were just jumping on at all costs. I mean, who jumps on or off a moving tram? I honestly don't know. Beginning October 3rd, the operating hours for Future World at Epcot will be extended from the current 7 p.m. close to park closing. This should mean that all of Future World will be open along with the World Showcase until park closing at 9 p.m. Karamelle-Kuche is now open at Epcot, and like I mentioned before, the new shop offers fresh caramel popcorn, caramel apples, caramel covered strawberries and marshmallows, caramel covered everything. On the shelves are gourmet caramels, cookies, brownies, fudge, and cupcakes, and some unique items from the Stork Corporation, which makes all the caramel that it's sponsored by. Like the Werther's Originals. I love the Werther's Originals. God, I love them. What makes this location really unique is that some of the items are made fresh in the store in an open kitchen area and can only be found in this location at Walt Disney World. So definitely check that out. It's in the Germany Pavilion. Very cool. From the pictures I've seen, I love caramel, so I'm definitely gonna hit that when I go down to Disney World. And finally, Downtown Disney now has set hours for all common areas, including walkways, restrooms, and green areas. Individual stores and restaurants may have different hours, however. The hours are Downtown Disney Marketplace 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. and Downtown Disney Pleasure Island and West Side 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So those are the set hours now for those areas, so just remember that whenever you're going down to Disney World. Definitely check out Downtown Disney. Fun stuff. So that's going to do it for the news portion. Let's get right to the reviews. Okay guys, continuing with the retro Magic Kingdom rides. There's a lot of people out there that actually, if you have something to add to whatever I'm saying, please post it, because I don't know everything about Disney World. I never say that I know everything about Disney World. I just talk about it because nobody else talks about it. That's the whole reason I started File91e's Disney News and Reviews. I'm not saying I know the most stuff. I don't know everything there is to know about Disney. I'm not the biggest Disney fan in the world. I'm one of them, but I'm not the biggest Disney fan in the world. I was never trying to be. So just letting you know for future reference. But anyway, the first thing I want to review, first retro ride from the Magic Kingdom, is Mission to Mars. I have a video link posted below, so check that out. It's Martin's Vids again. He did an awesome tribute. Watch that, the whole thing. It's like 20 minutes long, and you'll get the complete history on it, and he does a great job with telling you what it is. This was in Tomorrowland in the Magic Kingdom, and it was originally named Flight to the Moon, which was opened in 1955 in Disneyland. This was one of the rides that came over from Disneyland. Now, the original Flight to the Moon ride was a ride that exactly what it says. It was a flight to the moon set in a future world that You know, like if there were regular flights to the moon, like you could fly down to Miami for the weekend, you could fly to the moon. Now this attraction came over from Disneyland and opened in Disney World in 1975. Now it was originally, now for the first few years it was kind of dated because we had already been to the moon itself, and it was, okay, we're in the moon now, whatever, we made that, nobody cares. So Disney, thinking on its feet, decided to retool the thing and call it Mission to Mars. Now this ride was initially sponsored by McDonnell Douglas, which is an aerospace manufacturer. Now to describe the attraction is you went in and you were treated to an audio animatronics show right before. Now the audio animatronics was was set in like the navigation station. Anyway, after that you went into one of two identical rockets. Now when you go into those rockets, you sit down in a circular form, in a circular room, and the first thing you notice are 4 television screens, or 4 big screens, one on the top, one on the bottom, and 2 on the sides. The screen on the top showed you what was coming at you, as you were taking off and going up. Then the screen on the bottom was giving you the perspective of what was leaving you, and the screens on the sides did different things, like you could see out a window, or like whenever the captain was talking to you, images would pop up, going through hyperspace and whatnot. And you went through hyperspace, and I went to Mars. Now the cool thing about this was Disney's first time with trying to get like some sort of simulation going. So the seats rumbled, the seats were actually filled with air, and when there's a lot of G-forces exerted, it deflated, thus giving you the feeling of sinking back into your seat. So it was all simulation. And when you actually got to Mars, you were about to land, and a meteor shower hit. That's not good. You had to return to Earth, and everything kind of went reverse, and you went right back to Earth, safe and sound. Now this attraction closed on October 4th, 1993, and reopened as Alien Encounter a couple years later as part of the new Tomorrowland opening. As we all know, Alien Encounter is now not in existence anymore. It is now Stitch's Great Escape. So what am I going to give Mission to Mars? I'm going to give Mission to Mars 3 stars. It was like I said, technologically it was pretty cool with the screens and the perspective and everything and the seats. But it's basically, all it is just a trip to Mars, and don't really do anything aside from sit down and watch some screens. But how is that different from most other Disney rides? I guess it isn't, but it is an average attraction, and if it was really an honest-to-God hit, it still would be here. It still would be there, but it's not. It's now Stitch's Great Escape, which might not be as good. But either way, Mission to Mars, 3 stars. Okay, guys, the next thing I want to review is Dreamflight, which was sponsored by Delta Airlines, and I have a video link down there. Check it out. And it opened on June 23rd, 1989 in the Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. Now this ride was originally called If You Had Wings, or If You Could Fly, and was sponsored by Eastern Airlines. And this ride was supposed to simulate flying, which kind of is ironic because you just flew down to Disney World and now you're simulating flying. Don't really understand that. But either way, it was an interesting situation because Disney had a sponsorship deal with Eastern Airlines, so they said, you know what, we only have 3 rides here in Tomorrowland, let's make some other real quick attraction, and bam, you got If You Had Wings. If You Had Wings was an Omnimover ride with a track that was identical to the Haunted Mansion track. I mean, if you were to sit there and close your eyes and go through this thing, you would be like, wow, this is the Haunted Mansion. Very creepy. Now, the whole purpose of this was simulating, well, not really simulating flying, but showing you that you could fly, or how much fun flying is, flying to different destinations. So, you went to different places in the Caribbean, and one of the cool things about that ride was that it used projectors to, with different simplistic sets that kind of gave perspective to things. It's used a lot in the El Rio del Tiempo ride, or the Los Calaveras ride in Epcot, when the guys are jumping in the water and different things. So, just to give you an idea. Now, due to some financial woes, Eastern Airlines had to pull their sponsorship, and Disney decided to retool the attraction and make it kind of a bigger and better attraction. Still an Omnimover ride, but they wanted to make it bigger and better, so they retooled it and called it, and now it was now called Delta's Dreamflight, which is the whole reason you're here to watch this. Dreamflight, its storyline kind of changed. It actually put you through the history of flight, which is actually kind of interesting. And again, it used simplistic sets. It didn't use any projectors, like if you had Wings did, but the sets were kind of like pop-up books, and it kind of showed you, you passed through these different pop-up books as this music was playing overhead, and you heard just different things going on, and I don't know, it was just very, very simple. Not a whole lot going on there. There weren't really any, really many audio animatronics. If any, I really didn't see any, in the video that I watched. And but all in all, it was an interesting ride. It took you through the early flight, the jet age, and where we are now. It's it was pretty cool. Not as cool as Spaceship Earth though, because that's like my all-time favorite Omnimover ride. Now, Delta's sponsorship ended in 1995, and the ride was reopened in 1996 as Take Flight, with all references to Delta being moved or removed. But obviously, that whenever a sponsor kind of gets pulled, it's hard to keep an attraction afloat. So in 1998, Disney closed its doors fully, and Dreamflight was gone. But it was replaced by Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. So when you go through Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin, that is where Delta's Dreamflight was. So, just a shout out there. So what am I going to give Delta's Dreamflight? I actually would have to I have to give it a 2. I mean, it is a step up from If You Had Wings, which I would also give it 2. I mean, there really wasn't a whole lot to go on there. I mean, if they had some audio animatronics in there, like a scene showing the Wright brothers and all that other stuff, that'd be kind of cool. But the attraction really seemed rushed, and the song was kind of annoying, to be perfectly honest. I really didn't like it. But that is what it is. Otherwise, like like I said, if it was popular, it still would be there, but it's not. But Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is a great replacement. It's interactive. Kids love it now. I love it. It's actually one of the more fun attractions, and I'm glad they kind of replaced it and had something good with it. And Buzz Lightyear does have a purpose in Tomorrowland. So the Delta's Dreamflight, 2 stars. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Disney news and reviews. And again, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want people to go to Disney World and create those memories. Let the memories begin. That's the Disney's new slogan, catchphrase, for this next season. So just go down to Disney World and have some fun, create some memories. You can't not create memories when you go down to Disney World. Go to allears.net, touringplans.com, wdwmagic.com for all your latest and greatest Disney news. WaltDisneyWorld.com is very good too. And again, if I said something wrong or whatever, post it in the comment section, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stimulate some talk going on here. And if you have anything to add, post it in the comment section below. Watch those videos. They should fill in all the gaps that I left out. I'm sure I left gaps that you want filled. I only have a 15-minute time limit here. It's actually essentially 13 minutes. So it is what it is. So yeah, check out the bonus video of the unboxing of some DVDs that I got and Blu-rays. It's very cool. Just check that out right after this. It's going to be uploaded right after this. And so yeah, I'll see you all next week for another Disney news and reviews. Bye guys. Getting into October.